Hello, Connective. We have a basic energy read today. I'm going to start with the energy oracle cards. Kind of only looking for one card here. We'll see what comes out. We'll see what falls out of this deck for us today. Ooh. Stuff wants to jump. Let's see. Okay. So I have the Broken Heart card. It did come out upright. We'll put it there. And I do want to get something from the Empath's Empowerment deck. So let's see if we can get a card from the Empath's Empowerment deck. Just one card. Wow. We got Set Limits with Draining People. Another card that has come out before. And we're also going to use the Getting into the Vortex. Getting into the Vortex. If we could just have one card, what do we get? I have the power to direct my own thoughts. All right. And two more. Got our Angel Guide Oracle from Kyle Gray, ones I like to call the outcome cards. Looking for just one card on this one as well. Wow. This is kind of acting a little crazy here, this deck. Alright, just want an outcome card for our Broken Heart card here on the table. Can we get a... Alright, let's see. Strength and guidance. Strength and guidance. Actually, we can put that one right up here. And one more from Kyle Gray's Angel Prayer Oracle cards. So this is a deck we haven't actually brought out. But I get one card. Whoa, one card from this one. What do we get? The Miracle of Nature. Let me read this. Thank you, angels, for helping me to reconnect through nature and fresh air. Oh, this one has to be a little bit more. There we go. Okay. So, let's go ahead and read Set Limits with Draining People. When people are depleting you, kindly set a limit, such as I only have 10 minutes to listen now. Such self-care is respectful and empowering. Before I move on, I just want to say that, some people think that setting boundaries with people is being rude. It's not. If people around you think that you're being rude by setting boundaries, a lot of times something like that is because that person has a problem setting boundaries and they're mad at you because you're able to do it. And, if they would just see that in themselves or use you as an example or something like that and just set the boundaries they want to set, you wouldn't be made to feel like you're selfish by setting boundaries. But either way, you need to understand that you have the power to direct your own thoughts. Don't let other people make you feel guilty for setting limits, okay? Let me read this card. Your thoughts do create the reality that you live, and one of the most exciting things about beginning the process of deliberately focused thought is that the law of attraction will bring you evidence of your improved thought immediately. And while old patterns may be hard to break, and you may slip back into old patterns from time to time, evidence of your effort will be undeniable to you, and before long, with much less effort than you spend trying to dodge negative conversations or train another into better behavior, all of your relationships will improve. I really do see um, this whole reading is kind of like, taking care of yourself and listening to guidance. A lot of times you would be guided to set limits with people just by sometimes, as soon as you hear from them, that what they want something, or, sometimes you can even get to the point where, your stomach hurts when they're talking, and so you have to that's your guidance, like that's your inner guidance telling you, okay, enough with this person, and you need to be able to say, hey, I'm sorry, but I only have 10 minutes to listen, Um, that concept that I said about other people thinking that you're, selfish for setting boundaries, it goes with a lot of things. It's not just about setting boundaries here. It can be setting boundaries everywhere. People sometimes notice it, and then they say certain things. And again, it's a reflection of what's going on with them. Don't let that break your heart. If you're a person who really is trying to do the right thing, and you're trying to heal, and you're trying to be, spiritual, or listen to your guidance, or, just be strong for whatever reason. Don't let other people, make you feel like you have to give them your energy, or you have to deal with them on their level. Sometimes, if it's a situation where that person is around you that they just want attention, it's very possible that they might want attention simply because there's something going on with you. And again, if you don't have the energy to give them, and definitely if you need something and they don't have the energy to give you, set limits, decide, if you're even going to be around that person. Decide if you are going to be around that person, how long are you going to be around that person? What are you going to tolerate them doing? Are you going to allow them to bring you around other draining people? Or what is the extent of what you're agreeing to when you decide to go ahead and just hang out with this person, or to listen to this person, or whatever it is that's going on with this person that might want your attention? But be mindful of it. Be mindful of it. Sometimes the only reason why they're picking you is because you're there. Because other people around them have learned not to get involved in this, and you're still picking up the phone. So be mindful of that. A lot of times when they're talking about this, reconnecting through nature and fresh air, it's about being grounded. It's about staying grounded. It's about feeling better just because of life. You have life around you. There's things going on, different way to look at things. Directing your thoughts purposely, noticing nature, just being in it, realizing what's really important. Sometimes a lot of stuff people bring to you, it's not important. It's just stuff they want to talk about. It's not really important. And sometimes it's not even important to you. You just listen because you're being polite, or because you care about them and you want them to, if it's important to them, it's important to you. Meanwhile, they're just seriously draining. Strength and guidance. Let me go ahead and read that card. That card. Let me find it. Okay. Don't underestimate the power of your soul. You are a strong and resilient soul with the capacity to rise above any challenge. Divine intervention is taking place at this time. Whatever is occurring in your life is providing a real learning curve for your soul. You are becoming more and more aware of what will lead you to fulfill your purpose and what will divert you from joy. Your angel guide is encouraging you to recognize that the feelings that are coming to you now are guidance that will help you understand the steps that you need to take and the moves that you need to make in order to be aligned with abundance and support. So, again, standing your own ground about making, setting boundaries and making decisions about what you will and won't tolerate from other people. Deciding how you're going to feel about it right up front. Saying, sometimes you make decisions like someone wants you to do something that is something that you don't want to do, it would help them out, and you do care about them, and you realize that it would help them out, but you don't want to do that. In fact, it's more than just you don't want to do it, but you know that it's going to actually make things harder for you in some way, shape, or form. Maybe you have something to do at a particular time that they want you to do this, or something to that effect. You know it's going to make it harder on you. And you easily say no. No, I'm sorry, I can't do that. I have another obligation at that same time. In the beginning of setting those boundaries and then enforcing them, you can feel a little bit like you're being selfish. And the truth is you are. But it's okay, because this is how you become better for other people. This is how, when the person does ask you to do it and you know you can do it and it's not even a big deal, you're like, you know what, I can help this person out, it's not a big deal for me. You just do it because you've already given to yourself when you've needed to. That's the way it works. Taking care of yourself, listening to your guidance, having strength, setting limits with draining people, not letting people do to you, when they're coming most of the time, and seeing things for how you want to see them. So think about that. Think about what limit, even if they're small, you can set with what people, or just what limits you can set that'll just solve the problem. Give yourself time to do it, not when you're like under the gun. Think about it. Well, next time this person calls, I'm going to do this. Or maybe I'm just going to do this now. I'm not going to worry about that. Take care of yourself first. Until we meet again.